Let's start calling my damn phone right now. Ain't nobody even showing up. Yes, Miss Milligan. Shit. Hold on. Good afternoon, y'all. I wanted to show y'all something. See if y'all can see that. See that? See if y'all can see that red house over there. It's a brown house, then it's a red house. I'm coming over. So y'all can see that red and white house. That's where I grew up at. That's where we grew up at as children. But I thought, I was talking to some of the brothers, and I said, that's what I'm talking about. He said, this is the type of stuff that should be on TV. I said, that's all right, it's going on TV right now. This is the park. We used to cut across this field right here when we was kids. This building right here used to be the Street Academy. Street Academy was like a boys club, a recreational center for the kids. And we come through here. The police, they always been trying to keep our people in prison. So they would put these fences up. You know, because our people, we would have crap games, you know what I mean? And we sold weed and, you know, but we had these punk police. What it's not got nothing to do with no racism, but you talking about, see, you got a lot of these cops that come from they upscale suburb neighborhoods, and they really gangsters in their spirit. And they come down here and try to be gangsters in the community because they got they, you know, it's what it is. So they put these fences up. But we would always cut holes in the fence. We always cut a hole in the fence because, you know, whenever they ran up in here trying to get somebody, take somebody to jail, shoot, in one of these fences, there's another opening right there. There's another opening right there. There's another opening right there. But anyway, all of this stuff, man, had been covered up with trees and everything. And brothers just decided they was going to get out here, and they was going to clean the park up. You know what I mean? Because they outlawed this park. This is where our kids, where we was kids that came to play, but we learned how to survive in this park. We learned how to hustle. We learned how to count money. We learned how to play dominoes. We learned how to shoot dice as children, you know. And but this thing was covered up. And, man, this looks so good, man. Just all these memories just flashing back of when we was kids. Man, this was the basketball court right here. Goal right there on that end, goal right there on that end. And yeah, this used to just be like a little play area. Yep. But it was a wall right here. It used to be a wall right here. We ain't had no baseball diamond here. It used to be a wall right here. On the front of the wall, we drew a square and a diamond, and that's where it used to be the batter's box. But this was our park, 27th Street. This is many man hours that done went into this. Just us, that's kids that grew up in this park. This guy down here, and they done cleaned this whole park up. They cleaned this whole thing up. And that's what I'm talking about. You know what? Brothers need to start being responsible for their own instead of talking all that noise. Can't wait to get your money and then go throw it in the hands of somebody else. Leave your community in complete ruins and in complete shambles. Never will forget this. It's right here, man. These was little blocks that we used to run up on and play. And run up on and play and climb up on the steps. It was a sliding board. Yeah, we used to climb up there and slide. Now, y'all don't understand this, but this is what the sliding board used to be like. And you can see trees everywhere had grew up in this park. They had covered up everything, you know. Colston, you got any words you want to drop on there for some of the brothers and sisters?
I just want to say, I feel good about doing this. I never, you know, you build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
it started off with just 2 people.
Right.
And then it grew into something like this. So we got everybody coming in, everybody pitching in, doing a little bit to help out. So we trying to get it good. We grew up in this park.
That's right.
We tore it up. So it's up to us to fix it back the way that it used to be. At least get it in a condition where kids can come through here and have some fun. What our intentions is trying to buy this location and get it from the ownership so we can turn it into like a community garden / park for the kids. The kids can come in and learn how to garden. They can do different things like that and just keep it safe. You know, keep all the riffraff out and just, you know, bring something back good to the neighborhood.
Right. That's what's up. And that's what we need to get going all over. Man, all over this joint.
Thing.
All over this joint. All over this joint. I ain't going nowhere yet. Video gonna pause for 1 second. So that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is, man. So this is all of us. We was the kids. We are the kids. We were the kids. This the park that we grew up in. This the park that we grew up in. And all of this stuff, all of this work came at the hands of us that was kids, that now we grown. Now we grown. And you look and you can see the work that went in. This had covered up the complete park. The park had looked like a forest, just completely overgrown. You think the same police that used to chase our elders down here when we was kids, chase them out of the park, put fences up, you think they came down here to clean this up? I don't think so. You think the city that's supposed to be responsible, parks and recreations, they'll forget about the parks in the hood. They'll forget about the inner city stuff, like that stuff that deal with us, the people that's impoverished, the people that's on welfare, the people that's on Section 8, the people that ain't got money. These are the little local parks that we had. But you think the city care about that? You think the mayor care about that? You think the mayor care about the park on 27th and Walden? You think he care about the park on 35th in Prospect and Wabash? They don't care about these things in the hood. And so unless we the ones start caring about this type of stuff and then start getting it done, hey man, all that complaining, all that whining people be doing, that's why we tell them, man, y'all can miss me with that crap. You look at that pile right there and look at how great of a job them been doing. This is what the park looked like. Minus our basketball goals and a wall. They used to be right here at the end of that, where that thing comes to a pyramid shape right there. It used to be a wall right there. And this particular block, a square right here, it was a wall right in front of us. We had a little more walkway, but the baseball diamond, it was no baseball diamond. So we had the imaginary baseball, you see? And we had the batter's box right up there, up against the wall. And that's what we throw that ball up against the wall. And you know, whoever's in the batter's box, they hit it. You know, and based on where the ball landed, it would be classified as a single, a double, a triple, or a home run. But yeah. And I know, see, everybody leave our neighborhood. We leave our neighborhoods. This park looked just as nice as any other park. Any other park. Let me go over there and get some of my childhood comrades and see. Hey, Chuckle up. Hey, Chuckle up. Chuckle up. Let me ask you a question. These for my YouTube viewers. We're talking about this work you brothers done down here. This park we grew up in as kids. How this park impact you?
Impact me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, as far as me, man, it's like, man, it taught me how to be a man, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up without my father around me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I come around here, man, the older brothers that looked out for me, they raised me, you know what I'm saying? They taught me valuable things, man, you know what I'm saying, to where I'm here today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of brothers that is not here today, bro, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, it's rough out here, you know what I'm saying? But they taught me to, you know, to be rough and tough, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, so tell me, since this been cleaned up, man, when you look over there, don't all them childhood memories come flushing black?
Sir.
Hey, it's the park again.
Yes, sir, they do. Yes, sir.
I was telling them how ain't no new thing under the sun. They put these fences up. The police always try to box our people in. I went through there and showed them how as soon as they put the fence up, we cut holes in it.
Exactly.
Because you wouldn't know, you know, and I'm saying that the police wasn't no different. now than they was back then. They was gangsters. They would come from where they was and then want to be gangsters in the neighborhood, and then chase our chase our elder folks. You know what I mean, and all that mess. But man, this is beautiful, right? I can't wait for us to. Yeah. I can't wait for us to get that out, boy. I'm telling you, I can't wait.
Hey, I was swinging in this park.
They had to go get the California cops to teach them how to deal with us. They couldn't even deal with us. They wasn't
right. Hey,
they cut my beeper off. I had a pound of weed. They didn't know. They cut my beeper off. Took me to jail, left my car. They was cool. Now let them turn your beeper off. You didn't get your phone off, but they're going to be in your trunk. They didn't do none of that. They didn't know nothing about it.
Right. Hey, I remember that the dang on TV used to be down here all the time. Every time you turn around.
The TV and the first motherfucker was coming around here was the first preacher right here before they preaching anywhere.
Right.
It was preaching right here before they preaching anywhere.
Right. Yeah, man, all them childhood memories just come flooding back, man.
Come back here. When y'all couldn't come outside, y'all mom used to tell y'all couldn't come to the park, the street lights come on and all that. Y'all come down here now.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Hey, this is where I learned how to how to have a real friend. Me and my brothers, we can fight. We can have a fight one day. The next day we back friends. The next day it never happened.
Yeah.
You know, we get over that.
And it happened to all of us too.
We didn't have to go get no guns and chase each other down.
That's right.
Guns, it ain't for us.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's
It
right.
wasn't about that. We had values down here. You know what I'm saying? We took care of the elderly people. You couldn't walk. You couldn't be elderly walking down here with your groceries. We gonna carry your groceries to your house.
That's right.
We ain't gonna let you carry your own groceries home.
That's
We'll
right.
carry them for you and make sure you get in there safe and everything is cool. Wasn't never no drama down here. We ain't never had drama down here.
No, never. We ain't never had drama, ever. And this park right here was like one of the biggest businesses in this city.
That's right.
It was the biggest business in this city, but it was operated by young black men. Okay, it was big business. Okay, because even though we hustled down here, we did drugs down here, we shot craps down here, we had our children down here. It was never nothing that was like, oh, those children, they in the wrong hand. No. We were the children, and we learned valuable lessons. As I told y'all, we learned how to play dominoes, we learned how to shoot craps, and even as we came up, we learned how to make a profit. Now, people get this apart, people get twisted. Now listen, now check this here out. We learned how to make a profit, right? Well, we learned how to make a profit. We learned how to spend money and buy us a sack of weed and then roll them joints up. This was called the manifest. This whole strip right here. This whole strip right here. And we're down there by Bop and them, but Bop was the manifest, but this was leading the way. But look at here. But here the point that I'm making is that it might be 20 of us out here with a sack, right? Was it ever an argument?
No, we took turns.
Everybody, we took turns. We took turns.
How you gonna argue? We all sell out.
See?
Yeah, everybody
everybody
sold out.
End the story.
How you gonna argue when everybody sell out?
All the money's gone.
Everybody sold out. But see, the thing is that we were organized and we took turns. Everybody that had something, nobody was greedy and all of that type of stuff. But now,
was 30 cents, but no. The real truth is we was family.
That's what it was.
Grew and mothers, grandma. This is the fourth generation motherfucking shit down here. This is fourth generation.
Right.
Y'all gonna see how we really get down for real.
Right.
I was gonna say, don't get it twisted, because the elderly and our parents, they watched us around here, because you'll get a whooping at one house, and when you get home, you get another whooping. So we had people looking out for us.
All day long. Hey, twin. Hey, twin. So.
Me, you, him.
What's
grandma.
up?
Yeah. What for grandma, nigga, I wouldn't even be here, nigga.
Yeah.
Love you, grandma, but what for grandma, nigga, he wouldn't be here.
That's right.
All our grandmas made up, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember sitting on that
gone.
fence. I remember sitting on that fence when that fence was little. Your grandma used to make me go to church. She used to make me go to church when I was
Hey, you know what? I remember I be sitting on their grandma's porch, and the twins, they be up there braiding my hair. I hated messing with my. Hey, let me run around nappy headed. But but check this here out. Check this here out. Oh, Duran and Chuckle. Now look, you see how things done changed now. How things done changed now to where what they used to chase
Don't tell me y'all
Us four. They're going to make it legal for themselves to do.
I had to scan it.
Ain't that some bullshit?
It is, man. For real. It is.
Ain't that some bullshit? You know what I mean? So when I start talking about, we had down here in this park on 27th and Walden, we had one of the biggest black-owned businesses in this whole city. Yes, we were dealing with back then what they called drugs. It ain't called drugs now that they got it in their hand. They just simply call it cannabis or CBD or something like that. But when we was making the money, they classified us as drug dealers.
That's right.
Huh? Now they classify themselves as businessmen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they sell the same product.
Yeah. But I just know, we knew what it was, man. It's a beautiful thing, man, just to see this. So I'm telling brothers and sisters, it's stuff like this that need to catch on fire. It need to catch on fire. If you talking about that you a righteous man, if you talking about you a God-believing man, if you talking about whatever it is that you talking about you are, that stuff gonna have to be exemplified in the life that you living. And that's all it is to it. That's all it is to it, because this park looks beautiful. And for those of brothers and sisters that remember these days with us, Kansas City, Missouri, we are going to be having a function down here in the Walden Park on 27th, 26th and Walden. And we're going to have it. And we're going to have a little get-together down here. We want all the brothers and sisters that grew up here to make their return. We have another function. Yeah.
That park ain't been cleaned up in almost 30 years.
It ain't, man. It ain't.
It ain't. 30 years, man.
Nah, it ain't.
We trying to bring
It ain't.
after 30
And see,
years.
we're doing that because just like I said, and we're bringing that back, and all the brothers and sisters that knew about this park, that used to be here, then they can, come back and reminisce. And I was telling them, we started that thing that we was doing on 33rd and Montgomery too, even though ain't nobody there no more. All the houses is gone and everything, but that's where we grew up too, you know what I mean?
That's
So
right.
when we have that thing over there once a year, it's going on year number 5. And every year, it seemed to get greater and greater. Well, this is going to be year number 1 for 27th Street Park. This is Walden Park, because this is where it all began for us.
$1 million
See,
park, man.
it was where it all
Hey,
began.
This $1 million.
Y'all remember when I came here when Mom died, and I came here live with Daddy and them in 78.
I agree.
We live right
77.
across the street.
Yeah, sure
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and Chuckle, we live right across the street from each other. But when my mama died, we had to come back from Minnesota and come back and live with my daddy. My daddy lived right here on 27th Street. And so these are brothers that was already here. These what became my friends and my comrades, and who we, ate, slept, played with, you know what I mean,
right.
and did everything else with.
Right.
And then as we start getting older, you know what I mean, we start getting older and branching out and start coming to our own. Remember when the radio station used to be out and everybody had their click? Tell them what the name of the click
Player
was.
Max.
Inner
That was
City
us.
Player Max.
Inner
I know
City
y'all done
Player
heard
Max.
it. Y'all done heard me mention it before. Y'all done heard
right.
me mention it before. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you I'm about to go up to this Player Mac penthouse. But that was our clique when we got on the radio and wanted to send our shouts out.
That's right.
If the shouts out was Inner City Player Max, you know what I mean? Inner City Player Max was known all over town, just like other little cliques had their groups. But this is, man, if you are still connected to your area that you grow up and see, I'm saying my problem is this. We got to have, as soon as we get a good job and get some money or whatnot, first thing we want to do is take our shit and run.
Yeah, move out.
We want to run.
Yeah.
That's why the park was looking like that for 30 years.
That's right.
You see? But if you get to a place to where your back is against the wall and you don't have access to get up and run, then you're forced to take and make the best out of what you got. It was good enough for us as kids.
Sure was.
When we look at it right now, if we put the basketball goals right back there, put the wall back up, it won't be no
grill,
difference.
The barbecue
Yeah,
grills, the benches,
it won't
all
be
the
no
swings for
difference.
the kids. Yeah, that's right. The water fountains. It was everything in this motherfucker.
It sure was.
It was.
Sure
you
was.
know?
The swings was over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sure was.
Yeah, water fountain, everything. Sliding board, the basketball goal. We play football in the field in the back. I mean, yeah.
And I was showing how these city officials, they don't care because ain't nobody did nothing to Walden Park. And these little pocket parks that we had in the neighborhood, where you got parks and recreation that's responsible for clean. See, they just put an X on. They put an X on our stuff for real.
Well, hold on. Let me say this, bro. Now, yesterday, a brother, Brandon Ellington.
Okay.
He with the city, I think city council. I don't know if you heard of Brandon.
Yeah, I heard of Brandon.
He came down here yesterday. He planning to send a crew down here to clean up all this.
That's sweet.
He gonna do the alley back there.
That's
if
sweet.
not this Saturday, it's gonna be one of these Saturdays coming up. But within the next couple of days, maybe today or within the next couple of days, he gonna send a crew down there to clean up all this debris.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Now see, now that's the thing that I'm talking about, because when brothers start putting forth the effort to get something done, then you'll be surprised at who joins in along the way. And that's because, man, it ain't nowhere in the world that nobody that's in a high power position like that can be exposed to the work that they've been, when ultimately it really is the city's responsibility to maintain the parks. But when you see the people of that community getting it done, then that causes them to move in ways that, you know what I mean?
That's right.
So there you go again, it all starting and ending with us.
That's right.
With us.
And see, right now, my cause ain't about protesting out in the street. I'm down in the hood. I'm down here trying to clean the hood up, trying to get this back right like we used to have it. You know what I'm saying? Because the chaos out there, I can't be part of that, because, you got people in the background that's inciting situations that that we ain't even down there about. We ain't even part of that. But, you got other cultures that's down there that's trying to make that situation down to riots and stuff kick off and all that. Man, we're not part of that. We're trying to get our peoples back together. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to clean up our community, man. You know what I'm saying? To where we could avoid situations like that. Because, there's a difference. There's police officers out there and there's cops. To me, a cop is a coward on patrol. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to deal with cops. We want to deal with officers like they used to be back in the days. There were days where
they'd be up here playing basketball.
That's right, exactly.
Us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's some that have seen kids walking around with nothing to eat and then went in their own pockets and then bought things for their family, other people's families and kids and things for them to be okay.
Man. Remember those days,
so,
man.
It's a bigger cause than what they trying to, expose out here.
And that's why I be saying, like, with our people, man, instead of you, just like I said about Kaepernick and them like that, I respect you, brother, but I'm saying, listen, there are other ways to protest.
Exactly.
You see, if you want to protest, you take that money. You could possibly remain as a high-powered football player. If you want to protest, you take that money that you're making, and then you come and you start building in the community, and then redirecting the mindset of these young people. Instead of taking a knee, creating more havoc all over the place. But I'm just using him for an example. Everybody got their own thing, but in our mindset, this is what I've been telling our brothers and sisters. If you want to protest something, protest by putting righteousness back in your life. Protest by being an upstanding man that's going to take care of his wife and his children. Protest by being concerned about the people in your community. Be that voice that's not heard by the masses of people. Be that voice that God, who sit high and look low, he hear and see everything that you're doing. And at the point of time, then he's going to be the one to give you a reward for it. But if you want to protest, because you got them jokers out there on the street. Listen, these are thugs and rock gut jokers that just taking advantage of an opportunity to be a weasel in the crowd, to break a window and steal something. They don't want to go to work. They don't want to take care of their family. They ain't got no houses. They ain't got no jobs, no nothing. A lot of them. So if you want to protest by doing what's right. Because I don't say, we know that it's wicked people in the earth, but for every wicked person on the earth, it's a wicked person formed to bring judgment. So it's like this. Now, anytime somebody called the police on you, that means that you probably, chances are, you're doing something you ain't got no business doing. Otherwise, they wouldn't call. People don't just call the police on you because you're walking down the street doing, Well, it's possible and it happens.
It happens.
Depending on where you at or whatnot, the circumstances. But the vast majority of times when people call the police on you, it's because you have entered into a situation that you done put yourself in a place now to where, so
You violate.
yeah, if you're gonna steal something, people can call the police on you. You know, if you get in a fist fight, people can call the police on you. If you're shooting something, people can call the police on you. You put yourself in positions to where you can bring yourself in contact with the one that have the power to kill you. And this is what we try to tell our brothers, you know, let's minimize putting ourselves in positions that bring us in contact with them that have been given the power to kill. Now, all of them, just because they've been given the power to kill, don't mean that they kill. But we know there are some sprinkled in there that looking for the opportunity to kill. So we have to be on our guard not to get put in situations where we have to come in contact with them. Now, if you out there on the street, and you out there rioting and you ain't even got no purpose, you are putting yourself in a position to where you can be brought in contact with the same one that put the foot on his neck. Now he got an opportunity to put a foot on your neck too, simply because you're always out of bounds.
Or do you even worse, you know what I'm saying? For real, because you know, I mean, they already scared, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is this, they've been the protesters that they're doing right now, how long have they been doing that, bro? Since for 50 years.
Since we was kids?
For at least 50 years.
Before we was born?
Like back with Martin Luther King. They've been doing this for 50 years and they haven't got no progress in this. It's time to it's time to put in your thinking cap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And strategize, you know what I'm saying? Come up with a strategy when situations like this happen. Come up with a way where you could make an impact, but it ain't gotta be out here where it's so media influenced to be
right.
Chaotic.
Everybody wants to be seen. You want to be seen, you're going to have to be seen by a set of invisible eyes. Because the real person is really trying to do the right thing. He's not looking for a pat on the back by nobody. He ain't looking for nobody to come say good job. He ain't looking for nobody to say, hey, you hear about what such and such did?
That's right.
He doing what he doing because it's in his heart to do.
That's right.
And because it's in his heart, those things that are in the heart, that come from the heart will reach the heart of other people. And then you'll find other people being drawn because of the work that you're doing. So if you want to be noticed, if you want to be seen, if you want to be recognized, you start putting your hand to the plow where your own people are concerned, and then you allow those things that come from your heart, they will reach the heart of other people. And those other people, either they'll come alongside of you or it will spread and they'll go back to their communities and then start. Because man, when we get this part right here, we already know. Now say this in no bad way. We already know what's the word that I want to use? I don't want to say that we're amongst the greatest. Let's say we're the most resilient people on the planet. You see, there have never been an obstacle that destroyed us. There have never been a wall that we didn't get over and see what was on the other side. And so we're resilient people, and then we are gifted people. When we bring ourselves together and we put up, hey, listen, man, I know we was kids, boy, we didn't have no toys. Our parents wasn't going to no Toys R Us. We'll find anything to make a toy out of and be playing all day, until the street light came on with it. You know what I mean?
And we was happy.
Yeah, and we was happy. We was happy.
Fun.
So we gotta do that. We gotta do that. But I just had to say it, man. This is beautiful right here, boy. And man, my childhood, boy, them childhood memories.
Street Academy.
Yeah, I told them about the Street Academy.
That's right.
So that's all good. So brothers and sisters, if you want to do something grand, you want to protest something, protest being an upstanding man in your community, beginning with your family first. You know what I'm saying?
And don't be no followers.
Yeah.
Please don't be no followers.
That's the whole thing right there.
Please. When you see everything you see on TV, the videos and all that, a lot of that is hype. It's not real. A lot of that is hype. Some of it's real. And before I ever feel like, let me have $100 million, let me have Jay-Z money. I don't want no Bugatti. Let me go to a community, man. Let me build up a few communities with Bugatti money.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Let me send some kids to college. Let me, help some kids become doctors and lawyers and you know what I'm saying, and pillars and in their communities where they could build in their community, be architects and whatever they want to be. You know what I'm saying? the sky's the limit.
Bring some of them. You want to spend some money? Bring some of them baseball diamonds back.
Yeah, that's right.
A baseball diamond every 2 or 3 blocks.
That's right.
Basketball court every 2 or 3 blocks.
That's right.
YMCA, boys club, girls club. We don't have nothing in our communities now.
Nothing.
And then people get up and leave because they want to say, well, I just want my kids to have better opportunity. Well, you know what? That don't guarantee your kids no better opportunity when they got to be surrounded by people that don't want them there.
Exactly.
You shouldn't just want your kid to have a better opportunity. You should want your kid and the children that your kid plays with. You should want all of the children to have a good opportunity. When you leave a whole bunch of children behind that won't have the opportunity. When if you stay, not only would your children have a better opportunity because you're in a better position, but you can also give 2 or 3 other children a better opportunity
That's
too.
right. That's right. That's right. You know, for real. And then, you know, because a lot of people, they go for self.
Right.
Selfishness. There's too much selfishness, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just because you got money, you don't have to spread your money to spread love, you know what I'm saying? Do other things, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go give people, like, go out and give people tens of thousands of dollars just to show them that, you know what I'm saying, the love in the community. Build in the community.
Yeah,
build the community, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they could, you know what I'm saying, learn from values and then...
Buy 5 or 6 of the McDonald's. Buy
Exactly.
5 or 6 of the dang on Church's chicken,
Exactly.
the Popeye's chicken. Buy
Burger
the
King.
franchises and
Yeah.
put your brothers and sisters to work. You know what I mean?
And teach them how to do management work and how to be entrepreneurs, you know, on another level. Cause the street level here, when people's out on the street selling dope, they already know that they got a team designed to come out here to track your ass down and put your ass in jail or kill you for your activity.
Right.
So why set yourself up to self-destruct? That's a self-destruct move, you know what I'm saying? And I've been there. You know, I used to do that. You know, and I quit. You know, when I got to having kids, when I had my daughter, I quit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I wanted to see things in a different way. I wanted to see life. I wasn't going to see life the way I was going. So I had to switch up, you know what I'm saying? And shoot, that's what I'm on right now. You know, I don't want to see these brothers out here doing this because when them people come, they're going to give you 10 years for one little bitty $10 ass rock, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then on top of that, we got to give it to our own people.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We don't have nowhere else to pump it but in our own hood. So,
It's in our own.
We need to change the
It's
game.
in our own.
Change
It's in
the
our
game.
own. So that's what we're going to do. And y'all heard it. This is 27th Street Park in Warren. Brothers have done a beautiful, spectacular job, man. You couldn't even see anything. You couldn't see that concrete wall. You couldn't see that thing. Everything was completely covered up with trees. 30 years worth of growth. Worth the overgrowth, and the brothers have gotten down here and they have cleaned this property up, and then we're going to put together something. We're going to be down here on the 6th, which is Saturday, and just bring our people, our people that was kids like me and Chuck.
Neighborhood celebration.
Like me and Chuck was kids. Me and Chuck was kids back then.
That's right.
But now we are grown and we got our own kids and we got our own grandkids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be something. Man, just think last time we was down here. Look at our face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I'm liking this neighborhood celebration, baby. You know what I'm saying? Just to, you know, reminisce and bring back, you know, the good memories that we used to share, man. You know, because they ain't going nowhere. We just got to bring them back. And this park ain't been nothing in 30 years, man. We just going to bring it back and have a gathering, man, for the grandmothers around that taught us down here. Because, man, without the grandparents and the elders down here, woo, boy, nigga wouldn't have nothing going on up here.
Remember, boy, when they walked down the street on the way to the store, because there's a store right there on the corner, hey, man, it was like the Red Sea.
Sure would.
Everything on both sides had to part. And we stop everything.
We stop everything we
pay homage
doing.
and you have respect
Yep.
for the elder people. You know what I'm saying? And Lord forbid that one of them had to reach out and touch you. If they had to reach out and touch you, you can best believe it's at least 2 more.
Yeah.
2 more coming on top of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mom getting you when she can, and man, daddy gonna kill you. But I used to make sure I didn't get in no trouble.
The whole neighborhood could whoop your ass if you out here acting up. For real.
The whole neighborhood was gonna whoop you.
Whoop your ass, then send you home and you get another ass whooping when you get home by your mama.
Come on, Costa. Come on, Costa. Final words. We're gonna let you lead us with some final words on Give some encouragement on what some of these brothers, with some of these communities, that what,
What we need is these young people. Please step up, wake up, pay attention to what's going on around you in the real world. It's not about all this flash and dash and cash. It's good to make that money, but you know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to what you not seeing, okay?
Right.
That's important. You have to. And I'm going to leave it at that. Just pay attention.
Yep. Well, you know what, all you brothers and sisters in social media land, y'all know, we're going to bring it to you. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it on the real note. We're going to keep it on the righteous note. Always going to be on the righteous note. But you ain't going to deal with righteousness without dealing with reality. You see, because this ain't science fiction. This ain't Sunday morning. This ain't none of that Christianity stuff that nobody be talking about. At the end of the day, that righteousness is going to have to be exemplified in the life that you live in. I don't care how many scriptures that you might be able to quote, what mosque you belong to, whether you're a Hebrew, Israelite, or a Muslim. It don't matter to me. If you ain't exemplifying that thing in your life that you live in, your life got to be the one speaking the words. Your mouth can't even be moving. Your life got to be the one that's doing that. And that's right. And so that's what I wanted to bring that down there and let y'all see. These brothers ain't out with no picket signs, ain't broadcasting into the wind, but they down here gritting. And I only wish that.
And we doing it for free.
I only wish that I would have known money.
We don't want no money for this.
So, and you know what?
Straight from the heart.
And
none of us getting paid for
and
this.
just like I told Chad,
hard work.
just like I told Chad a couple of years ago, I said, man, I got them chainsaws, I got that line. I said, it wouldn't be nothing I can run through and have. I said, man, my only regret is that I wasn't here while y'all was getting it done. I didn't know nothing about it. Because I would have been in here.
Before,
I would have been.
Oh,
no, but I would have been able to be here with my equipment and getting dug in here right along with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's right.
Yeah, so. But yeah, man, so all praise. Hey, look, I'm going to say, once you brothers and sisters, y'all going to share this video. This video right here is going to be the first video to go to the new channel that's been uploaded for YouTube titled Meats View. We dealing with nothing but real life and righteousness, you see? So you ain't got to quote no scripture. You ain't got to tell me what church you belong to. You ain't doing. We dealing with real life and righteousness and dealing with reality, not no science fiction. So we don't want to hear nobody's words. If you can come on there with a demonstration and show us something that you demonstrating in your community or demonstrating amongst your brothers, that's what we need to see. We don't need to hear all that rigmarole, all that talk. Talk is cheap. This is Kansas City, Missouri, also known as the show me state. We used to say it down here. It's to be showed and not told. So be about it. Let's be about it, not talk about it. Well, what they say, count on. That's how we used to do it. All right. So peace out, y'all.